Live. All right, perfect. Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. My name is Bennion, and I am glad you guys are here with me today. So the markets have been pretty much garbage today, yesterday. They've been bad for the last few days and everything like that. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of take the chance to kind of cover what the Thinkorswim platform is, what it does, and some of the ways that you guys can utilize it in order to be a profitable trader. So if you guys have any other questions about the Thinkorswim platform after this video, feel free to leave that in the comments section and everything like that. This has just been a video that a lot of my friends have at least been asking about lately and kind of were curious about figuring out, because I know for a lot of you that are new traders, if you have used Robinhood and you have downloaded the Thinkorswim platform, you're probably looking at all this new information and you're going, what the heck does this platform do? Why do I need to use it? Like, how do I use it? It seems too complicated. And that's kind of the goal with this video, is to kind of break that down a little bit for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll into the Thinkorswim platform really quick. We'll minimize this, pull this up over here. We'll pull up the Thinkorswim platform as well, and kind of go into that from here. So as you can see right here, and I forgot to actually mention as well, so we are here, I'm in Provo, Utah, at Elite Safe Home Control. This is the office and everything that I work, like I was saying in the video that I had posted or was posted on Brad's channel. This is our company office and everything like that. It's pretty nice. So that's the location I'm at right now. But let's get into this really quick. So this right here is the, whoops, here we go. I think that's still recording. Okay, it is recording now. This is going to be kind of your basic setup. If you do log in, sometimes you'll log in and it will be right here. I don't know if it'll be on the monitor menu or if it'll be on the trade menu. I'm not sure which area that will be on. But what you'll do is, if you are on here, first thing you need to get familiarized with is the trading menu. So if you want to look up a ticker symbol, for example, we're looking up GERN. GERN is the ticker symbol. And on here, if you hold down the mouse, you can zoom in on specific areas. This is going to be the candlesticks. I know I explained this in a previous video. The candlestick is basically, depending on your time, usually a day chart. I like to have 180 days where it will do this chart pattern here. The wick is going to be the high intraday, and the wick down here is going to be the low intraday. The body of the candle is the open, which is down here, and the close, which is up here if it's green, and vice versa. Those will be flipped if those are on a red day. So this is going to be the opening, this is going to be the closing on the red day. The blue line is your EMA, or it stands for Exponential Moving Average. I like to use that on my swing trades, as well as using an SMA for kind of longer term swing trades as well. And that stands for Simple Moving Average. To set all this stuff up, you're going to, and I'll click out of this, double click out, I think. There we go. This is going to show, like I said, that 180-day run and everything like that. If you want to see these things, they're on your screen. What you're going to do is you're going to click on Studies. You can go to Add Study. That's usually how, or go Edit Studies, pardon me. And let's say I wanted to add the, EMA, so Exponential Moving Average, or Moving Average Exponential is what it'll say on here. I'm going to delete this right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and type in Exponential, and it will come up here and it says Moving Average Exponential. We're going to click on that. We're actually going to double click on that, and that will add it right here. Now if you want to change the time frame on that as well, if you're wanting to, for example, my length right now is 9 days, which keeps that EMA line very short. If you want to make it longer, where it's not going to be, basically what that means is the closeness within those candlesticks is going to be closer depending on how long the length of your EMA is. So if I up this to, let's say, 10, 11, 12, 13, or 14, it's going to be very close. Watch, I can even apply this. Click OK. you're going to see a very closer EMA right here. But if I go back into studies and I go edit studies, exponential moving average, and we're going to decrease the date down here to about, I actually like to do it at about 10 days. We'll click OK right here, and we're going to apply that. And you notice right there it popped if you saw that it got a little bit closer. So actually the more days, the closer it's going to be. So pardon me if I said that wrong the first time. The other thing I like to use is VWAP. So VWAP is, I honestly can't even remember what VWAP stands for. Variable weighted, let me take a look here. So VWAP, let's see here, VWAP, VWAP indicator. And it stands for volume weighted average price. So if you ever want to look that up or anything, it's a trading benchmark used especially in pension plans. I don't know why it says pension plans there, apparently. But VWAP is great because it will also show you, so VWAP is going to be this, where the heck is my VWAP? VWAP is going to be this golden line that I like to use for day trades. And you can barely see it right here. VWAP is great for day trades because it does help in knowing the chart pattern. If it's holding above the VWAP, I think it's still a good hold. If it does drop below the VWAP after hours, I do tend to end up selling out on that though. So that's just something I end up doing. I don't use the VWAP a whole lot. I really like the EMA, so when it does dip below the EMA, usually that is a sell. I like to see it right above the EMA and then bounce and then continue up to know that it's a confirmed reversal. Volume is going to be important. That shows when, if there's a lot of traders that are buying or selling the stock and everything like that. Come down here to Rsi Indicator. RSI is I use this one quite a bit to know if a company is overbought or oversold. The RSI kind of right now here on GERN is showing that it is not really overbought, not oversold. It is on the lower side because it had this massive sell-off and everything, but it does have potential to run. MACD is another one that I also will use at times. I don't use it nearly as much as I use the RSI indicator though. If you want to on here as well, take a look at the drawings tool and everything. This is where you can do a couple cool things. You can click on this, and I'm actually going to zoom in here, and you can create a channel. Now sometimes I think this is very cool if you're wanting to figure out a pattern, for example right here in an ascending pattern, and you can draw different charts. So if it stays within this chart pattern here, you would have said, well, right here would have been, if it's coming out of this channel, it's a time to essentially sell. I don't usually use this drawing that much, but there are several different types of drawing tools that you can use on here. Sometimes I'll use this if I want to figure out the channel pattern as well. Let's see if it'll allow me to do that real quick. There we go. So I want to chart from there to there, taking it from the bottom or where it's touched. That would have been my channel and everything. So these tools are very helpful if you do look in the drawing section and everything like that. I tend to do, and this is just going to be a personal preference and everything, is I use the trend line. We're going to remove this drawing. I tend to use a trend line and do it with one, and then if I wanted to create a channel, maybe I would start here, draw it up here, kind of to keep it a little bit tighter. But that's just me. That's just personal preference. I like to use the trend line, and that's where you're gonna find that in there. Most of my trend lines, remove this drawing as well, that I do are going to be, they're going to be horizontal, meaning they're going to be from here to here to here, whoops, here to here. And I usually try to get them exactly straight. If you'll notice right in that little box right there, it tells you, whoops, I'll delete that really quick again, remove drawing. It will tell you if your line is straight or if it's not. So you want it to be zeroed out right there. That means it's perfectly straight, 180 degrees. We'll click off of that one more time. And then I'm going to delete this line. So you right click on here, remove drawing. If you want to change the length of your timetable right here, what you're going to do is you're going to go to settings. You're going to go into where is it at? Time axis, I believe. Your time interval. I have it set on 180 days. I like to do somewhere around 6 months to 180 days. That's where I feel comfortable. And the aggregation period on here says 4 hours. I like to set it at 4 hours. That's just, like I said, personal preference. You can go further out and you could go to 12 hours. That way you would get 2 candlesticks per day. 4 is just a little bit better for me because it gives you time chunks if I am day trading. I feel like I can get a good sense of day trading and swing trading with that. So that's very helpful. You can click through all this and there's so many different things that you can get added to your table here. I wouldn't really worry about anything on here. You can change the color of your candlesticks and everything if you want them red, green, whatever you want. And maybe that's something I should cover as well with the EMA lines as well. I'm just kind of looking through here to see if there's anything that we might need to cover, which it doesn't look like it. But for your EMA line, you can go to studies again. Gosh, this keeps clicking out. You're going to go to studies, you're going to go to edit studies, and you can look down here. I added RSI, added the MACD and everything. You have your exponential moving average, simple moving average. Now if you want to change the color, you're going to click on settings, you're going to click on color. Let's say you want it blue. I don't think I'd want it blue. Let's make it, for example, let's make it pink. You click OK, apply. Whoops, pull this up here. Click OK. Pull it up here, and there you go. You have your simple moving average as purple. Now again, I don't really want it that color, so I'm just going to click style, studies, edit studies, moving average, simple moving average, go back in here, color, I like the green, I'm going to click OK, apply, and it's back to green again for me. So those are some of the things you can do with these. I wouldn't mess with anything else. My exponential moving average is set at 10. If you go to my simple moving average, you click on settings again, it's set for 180 days. I want that for a longer chart pattern and everything like that. So that's kind of important for me. What I'm going to do as well, we're going to click OK on here. I believe that's pretty much everything else that I wanted to cover as far as that goes. We're going to move over here to my watch lists and everything. You can create multiple watch lists if you want. You can export them. You can do all sorts of stuff with all the tools and everything over here. Stocks to watch is the name of this particular watch list. I believe that I had written out. The way to add a ticker. What you're going to do here is you're going to simply go in, click on this again, and let's say I wanted to add GERN, for example. What I would do is I would just click here, click GERN, hit the enter button, boom, and I have it entered here. So the stocks list, if I wanted to delete it, I'd right click on it. Actually, that's not what you do. You just actually delete it, hit enter, and it will delete the stock for you. Watch lists are great. They're great to keep an eye out on specific companies you've been thinking of. I like to keep it basically as a sticky note type scenario where I can just look back on some of the companies that I have traded in the past or I'm looking at investing in right now. L Brands, Tesla, OLED, which is Universal Displays, Facebook, Gush, JDST, Overstock.com, FedEx, Twitter, Oracle. These are all companies that I'm definitely interested in right now. GERN was a great short today. Great freaking short. I mean, that was an awesome one. So that is basically the gist of Thinkorswim. I know this is going to be very probably complex for a lot of you. A lot of you probably have probably not dealt with things like this before in the past. And so I totally get that it's kind of a foreign language. I know there's a lot of different information on there that you may not know or may not use. I know there's actually, I mean, there's even more stuff than what I even use, quite honestly. I think I can pull up here There's the analyze button. I never really mess with anything in here dealing with economic data or those kinds of things. I don't mess with education. I mean, they have stuff in there as well. Tools, let's see here. You can get videos, you can get all sorts of stuff going on in here. Market watch. This is kind of nice to just kind of look at your watch list and everything you have over here and have it right here. Alerts, that's actually something I did want to go over. Let's go over an alert really quick. This will be kind of the last thing that I will probably, you can create scanners and everything. Again, I don't have anything in there. But let's do this really quick. Let's go to charts. Let's say I was looking at a chart pattern and I wanted my phone to alert me. So I have the app on my phone and everything as well. I'd recommend getting the Thinkorswim app and everything on your phone because it does give you phone alerts and things like that. But let's say I wanted to be alerted that the stock was dropping right here at 339. What I would do is I would go in, I'd go create custom alert. It would set it at 340 just like I asked, and let's say good time to buy is what I would put. And then I would click create. And it would create me an alert right here. When it dropped below 340, it would alert me then that, we'll actually delete that alert. It would alert me that I could buy into that stock at that time. That way I could get on my phone, purchase the shares and everything. Let's say I didn't think that was a good time to buy. So I thought maybe buying up here at $4 was probably a better price point, but I wanted to wait for it to reverse and come up here to $4. What I would do is, again, I would right click, create alert, and I would go at or above. So instead of being at or below or above, I would click at or above 408. I could write my note and everything. Stock is GRN, GERN, and continue to go from there. Click create. Boom, my phone would give me an alert at that price point. I think alerts are super key in order to base it off of your chart patterns and things like that, and then essentially go in and be able to buy those things. So that is all I basically want to cover. This is a longer video. Again, I wanted to kind of keep it shorter. I'm sorry this is so long, but hopefully those things will help you as you develop a plan to use Thinkorswim and everything like that. If you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. I can't think of anything else. This is, like I said, just a pretty basic video on the usage of Thinkorswim, although it is a very complex platform. Maybe I'll do a video on the phone app and everything as well later on if that's something you want. If it is, make sure to hit that like button, smash it, and also mention in the comment section, say, please do app video. If you could leave me a comment that says, please do app video, 3 words, I would be more than happy to add that to the library and to the section, the videos and everything. So hopefully everyone's having a great day. Hopefully these down markets have not got you down too much. I'm not too worried. I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe these videos, you guys will look back and you'll go, Cameron, you were freaking crazy because the market was crashing and you just continued to buy and hold and all that stuff. What can I say? What can I say? I don't think that it should be crashing right now. There is nothing to support it. But markets do crazy things. Markets don't always act the way they should. So at the end of the day, that is my feeling. Those are my thoughts. Hopefully everything I've said in the video has been of help. And hopefully y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.